Are we gonna do all these today?
Yes.
This feels like it takes a long time.
Nicholas, we already got through 2. We're on the grind.
We got through that?
We got through 2, yeah.
We have all
3,
that
4,
at
5,
that.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
Test.
Test isn't one that we're gonna worry about right now.
Has to be M.
We'll take.
Wait, that probably means virtual machine.
Shut up, Tyler! You're spoiling
No!
things!
Well, I know computer stuff.
Yes, but.
I didn't know that.
He didn't know that!
No! No! The club meeting is suddenly interrupted by the sound of the door, causing Monica and Suri to turn their heads. The door opens halfway, then stops. A face peeks inside, a face that seems familiar.
Okay.
Donkey.
Donkey?
Shrekker. Never mind.
I
Sorry.
figured, but to what?
It's like, I forget.
Like when he pops?
No, never mind. It's in my head. In Shrek 2, when they go around the table saying other people's names, then Donkey says Donkey, it made me think of that.
Why, though? They weren't saying Donkey.
No, I know. It's just how my head works. Sayori's eyes widen, recognizing the girl. She very conspicuously
You were right the first time.
mouths to Monica.
It's the girl.
It's true! The girl standing in the doorway
It's true!
is none other than the girl Sayori had come across reading alone in the classroom. Thanks to Monica leaving a flyer on her desk, it seems she's found her way to the club. It only took a few days.
Are you here for the literature club by any chance? Am I in the wrong place? No, you're not. This is the literature club. Please come inside.
Do you want me to voice one of them?
No! It's gonna be really funny when we get to the ones where it's 2 characters voiced by the same person. That's gonna be fun.
The girl fully slept inside the door, but continues standing against the wall, avoiding eye contact. Sayori continues to fail containing her excitement.
It's happening! Oh my gosh!
Thank you so much for coming. Sorry it's a little empty. I'm Monica, and this is Sayori, and we run the literature club. Even though it's just us so far, but what's your name, by the way?
I thought Yuri was vice president.
After
She's
Sayori
vice president after Sayori did. Well, in Act 2, she's vice president.
Okay.
I'd like to join your club.
Already?
Wait, really? Are you sure? I mean, I should be good enough.
Ah!
Everyone is welcome here. You don't have to be good enough. Oh. Do you want to have a seat? We'd love to get to know you.
The girl nods, sliding over to a nearby desk and gently sitting down.
Didn't they just ask? So what's
They
your
did.
name?
Yuri.
I'm Sayori, and this is Monica.
Sayori, I already... Nice to meet you. Do you like fantasy?
Like books?
Yuri looks at Monica.
Fantasy's cool.
Yes.
Yes. Have you heard of Annabelle DuPont? Can't say I have. Oh, well, she's my favorite author.
That's your work.
I'm on her 5th book, and it's just...
Yuri grins and presses her knuckles against her cheeks in joy.
You can borrow my books. I wouldn't mind.
Man, I don't like Yuri in this one.
You're really in for an incredible experience.
You're really... You're really...
Wow.
Mon-
You're really...
That's not funny. Monica stammers, caught completely off guard by Yuri taking control of the conversation. She glances sideways at Sayori, silently asking for help.
I'd love to. It sounds like you really love them. So they must be great.
I'm so happy I found this club. Oh, I'm so stupid. I left all my books in my locker. I should have brought them.
Yuri quickly stands up.
I'll be right back. I'll go get them for you.
Ah!
You're probably only gonna need to bring one for now.
Sayori nervously says that, noting to herself the considerable heftiness of the book that Yuri set down at her desk.
True. Okay. I'll just go get the first one then.
Yuri exits the club room in a flash, leaving Monica and Sayori silently exchanging glances.
Oh my god, I wasn't prepared for this. How do I handle someone so intense? I have, like, no experience with fantasy, except maybe stuff I read when I was a kid. But that's probably a joke compared to what she's into.
I'm sure it'll be fine. In fact, I think it's neat that we have different people who are into different kinds of literature. It'll be fun to learn from each other.
Yeah, I mean, I don't disagree, but what if this is her only interest? Doesn't it kind of seem like that?
Monica, don't you think you should be more optimistic? We have a new club member. There shouldn't be room for anything but being happy.
I thought it said mom.
I'm excited to get to know her, aren't you?
Yeah, I guess you're right. Sorry for being so hasty. I just got really anxious all of a sudden.
It's because you're afraid of not being able to take the lead.
Haha!
What the heck? It's kind of scary how you can point things out like that, Sayori.
I just like learning what makes people happy or sad.
Yeah. Hey, you know what? You'd probably be great at helping Yuri feel comfortable here.
I'm sad that I know how to test the virtual machine.
You're sad Tyler spoils things
I didn't know
by being too smart.
My bad. Maybe you could just take a break from helping me with the administrative stuff and just focus on spending time with her.
Yay! That's exactly what I want to do. Besides,
Siri lowers her voice.
I'm probably gonna need all the time I can get.
She taps her finger against the dauntingly chunky book Yuri left sitting on the desk. Right afterwards, the door opens to reveal Yuri's return. What? Why is it like that?
Why is it worded like?
Yeah. Reveal her return.
I'm back.
Her breath is slightly heavy, which, combined with her short time gone, indicates she may have ran at least part of the way.
No, she's just got long legs.
She makes like a spider. She makes her way back over to Sayori and sets the book down on her desk. Just as Sayori feared, the book Yuri brought for her is just about an equal the size of the one she already had on the desk.
Well, there are probably a few things you should know before getting started on it. There are some things that are more explained in other books that take place in the same universe. So going over those would be good to keep you from getting confused at the start.
Sayori nervously interjects.
Well, I was thinking that maybe today we could just get to know each other a little more. You know, I think that. Oh, Jesus. You know, I think like if we're gonna be reading together, then I would like that.
2 legs in 1 sentence just broke.
From across the room, Monica smiles and nods at Sayori while Yuri isn't looking.
Oh, okay.
Yuri sits down and looks at her book and glances around the room, showing no indication that she has anything more to add.
So, what made you decide you wanted to join the club?
Well, I like reading, so I was immediately interested. I had no idea that someone was starting a literature club, but that's my fault since I hadn't been paying attention to any of the club recruitment advertisements. I only found out because
Yuri glances over at Monica.
Monica came into my classroom and put the flyer on my desk.
Suddenly, Yuri's face darkens and she shakes her head at herself.
I was so stupid. I got too nervous and I couldn't even look up, so she just walked out. It took me several days to come here because I was afraid that Monica told everyone how inconsiderate I was. But I decided that was probably irrational. Wait, no, that's totally my fault. I felt so bad about interrupting you that I just, walked out. I was actually really hoping that you would come by.
Yuri exhales in relief.
I always seem to interpret things as the worst possible scenario. Well, I was really nervous to come here for other reasons too, such as there being too many people. Not that I mind that much, but I have a really hard time having to meet a large number of people at once. So it's actually amazing that it's just 2 of you. I definitely came at the right time.
Oh, that makes me happy. I'm proud of you for working up the courage to come.
Calm.
Gross.
Yuri smiles warmly to herself.
I've never really had the privilege of sharing my interests with others before. It's hard to find others who are into the same things I am, except online. So I thought the literature club would provide a chance for me to do that.
What kind of other things are you into?
Like genres?
I don't know, just anything, even if it's not literature.
Tiki.
Just things you would think are dumb.
Sayori pauses, a look of concern on her face.
How about I'll tell you about something I'm into, and then you can tell me about something you're into. You're into.
I suppose it'd be okay. Stop making fun of my name.
Okay. I'm pretty into crafty things, like making cute little collages or decorating things like cards or jewelry boxes. My room's always cluttered with random stuff because I keep buying things to make gifts from all my friends, but then I put it off until the last minute. So yeah, that's something kind of silly I'm into.
You sound quite creative.
Not that much. It's just that you'd be surprised by how much you can do with scissors and glue and stuff.
So I have to share something that I'm into now, right?
Sayori nods.
Feet.
Knives!
Well, I guess I'm into nature.
I love nature! Monica, I'm gonna start a nature club!
No, you're not. You're stuck here with me now.
I'm not!
Oh, yeah? Oh, yeah? Well, I hereby appoint you as vice president of the literature club. There, now you're stuck with me.
Hey, don't give me responsibilities! Oh, I'm sorry, Yuri, I interrupted you. Go ahead.
It's fine.
Yuri pauses, feeling awkward after having gotten cut off.
I like going out into the woods, or to the park. Just places where you can walk or sit, and not have any people around. It's peaceful. Just nice to kind of remove yourself from everything that matters, and let my racing mind operate autonomously for a while.
Where do you like to do that? When? Sorry, my bad.
You
already told me where.
It just depends on my mood. After school, on the weekends, whenever I feel like I need it. Wow, I feel like I never would have had the time to do something like that. I find that we have a lot more time than we think we do, if you don't let it slip through your fingers.
The three continue their conversation, led primarily by Sayori, but with Monica chiming in every now and then as well. Monica intended to leave it to Sayori and focus on her own work, but she found it difficult to not join in. Before they knew it, the end of the day was upon them once more.
Oh, it looks like we should be wrapping up for today. So, are you going to be starting on that book for the next club meeting?
That's the plan!
I'm so excited.
Sayori beams, Yuri collects her things.
Sayori!
Once packed, Yuri wordlessly waves to Sayori and Monica with a gentle smile.
Bye!
As Yuri exits, Sayori enthusiastically returns her farewell. Once again, Sayori and Monica are left in the club room alone.
Sayori, you are a lifesaver.
I'm not a piece of candy! I didn't do anything, I just talked.
Still.
Besides, it really lifted my mood.
What?
It feels really nice when I can put my energy towards other people like that.
Yes.
I want to die.
She was really excited to be included, you know? It made me happy.
Well, there's no doubt in my mind that she'll have a great time here, with you engaging her. How are you feeling about starting the book with her next meeting?
I'm kind of scared, but I think she'll be happy as long as I'm trying my best.
I think you'll do great.
After the surprise of the new club member, it seems like everyone has their spirits lifted with something new to look forward to. And I sleep.
And then we fade to black.
Part 2? Oh. Another school day ends. Swallowing her anxiety, Yuri makes her way to the club room, expecting to be the last one to arrive. She opens the door. She's surprised to find only Sayori in the club room. Monica's playing piano.
It's club time again. Monica went to the computer lab, so it's just us today. Is that okay?
Yuri silently nods, unable to make eye contact.
I'm sorry about yesterday.
Sayori tilts her head, unsure of exactly what Yuri is talking about.
Well,
That's where water comes from.
I mean, the way I got overly excited to share my books, and how you had to stop me so we could talk first. It was so inconsiderate of me. I got too excited and forgot to think about what everyone else in the club said.
Yuri, you didn't do anything wrong. I thought it was cute how excited you were.
Well, still, I think I changed my mind about the book. We don't have to read it.
Huh? Why?
Because I know you were just humoring me anyway. In retrospect, it's rather obvious that no one was truly interested.
But if you like it so much, then it must be worth sharing.
I've already decided I'll join the club, so you don't have to try to entice me.
That's not what I was doing.
A moment of uncomfortable silence stretches between the two of them.
Well, the thing is, we don't even have any club activities yet. I mean, Monica and I have just been working on recruitment stuff mostly. So, it just sounded like something that we could do together, reading your books. You know, like as a club activity, that would be okay, right?
Why am I being so resistant to this anyway? It's exactly what I wanted in the first place, and you're being so nice about it. I really don't know what's wrong with me. I'm sorry for being like this.
You don't have to apologize. Just tell me if there's anything I can do to help make you feel more comfortable here.
Sayori pulls her desk up against Yuri's and sits next to her. The book in question is already on Yuri's desk. Peering over, Sayori reads the cover of the book.
Jesus.
Duskbell! It looked more complicated from far away. Part 1 of the Everlast Saga. It's Duskbell by Annabelle! Sorry, I'm ready now.
Oh, right. I should probably get some paper.
Yuri grabs a spiral notebook of hers and tears out a few sheets of paper.
Wait, how come you need paper?
Oh, it's useful to draw things out sometimes. Like maps, timelines, family trees, or for just taking notes.
Sounds like my Nicky Pigus kind of book.
No.
Notes? I mean, yes, that's an effective strategy.
Exactly. I'm sure it'll be especially helpful for someone new to the genre.
Sayori's joke flew completely over Yuri's head. But thinking about it, she decides it's probably for the best that it did.
Well, I'm not used to having company through this, but I'll try and make it as accessible as possible.
I trust you. You're like super smart.
Oh, please.
Yuri tries to dismiss the compliment. She can't hide her smile and light blush.
You can't generalize intelligence. I'm only smart with things I have a lot of experience with. Contrarily, I'm awful at anything involving real people. That should be evident enough from the 2 days I've spent here so far. So in my eyes, it's everyone else who comes off as smart, especially you.
No!
Sayori rubs her shoulder against Yuri's.
You gotta pass it on there.
You're such a sweetheart when you're not being shy.
Anyway, would you like to get started?
Okay.
After the minor diversion between them, the two get back on track with their playing club activity. Yuri begins to guide Sayori through the basics of fantasy world where Sayori takes place in. The more of it she details, the races, factions, history, elements of the magic, the more questions Sayori seems to have. But despite the expectations, Yuri eloquently guides her through it in a way that's a fun thing to follow along to. It becomes evident that the world-building aspect of the story, not just the story itself, is one that Yuri finds her passion leaning towards.
How do people come up with this stuff? It's like the exact opposite of the kind of writing that I do.
What kind of writing?
Oh, like poetry and stuff like that. The things I write are just like putting down the feelings that come into my head, you know? But this is like, there must be so much planning and hard work.
Ah, you're into poetry?
You're into poetry.
Shut up. I think there's an appendix that includes some of the kingdom's written works, like poetry and folk songs.
I have
It sounds kind of like Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, I know, that's what I was thinking of.
No way!
Haha! Yuri giggles, filling Sayori's heart with happiness. She realizes it's just the first time she's heard Yuri laugh. It means Yuri must be having fun.
Anyway, I think we can get started reading now, if you're ready.
Okay, but I can't read that fast.
Oh, that's fine. I'm very patient. Patience is something...
I'm very doctor.
Patience is something I pride myself in.
I see.
Sayori jots Yuri is patient into her notes.
Hey, that's for the book.
Ah.
I'm just kidding. But I'm kind of glad you're patient because I need that sometimes. Being a doctor and all. A lot of times.
Sayori flips through the first few pages of the book, getting past the table of contents.
Okay, chapter 1.
The room becomes silent as the two of them begin to read, but the silence only lasts for a moment before Sayori speaks up again.
What does vindicated mean?
That's in Rick and Morty.
Yeah, I figured you'd say that.
Ah, well, in this context, it essentially means that she was proven innocent.
It's okay to ask questions, right?
Of course.
Sayori turns the page.
Are those Footnotes?
Mm.
A lot of the dialogue has cultural references that require explanation to be understood.
Man, this book sucks.
Shut up. I like it.
The two continue reading. Yuri's relaxed expression remains unchanged. Meanwhile, Sayori's expression grows tense as she tries to make her way through the dense text. Up until now, the expressions had been reversed, with Sayori easily navigating social situations and Yuri struggling in them. The tables have turned.
Wait, are they talking about the past right now, or the present?
Where?
Right here!
They're talking about the past. These paragraphs are describing a flashback that Barnes is having.
Fairness.
But they didn't tell me that!
It's implied from the context.
Man, I'm sympathizing with Sayori hardcore right now. Sayori rubs her temples. The two of them continue with Sayori asking fewer questions. She begins to understand the value in the notes, so she finds herself referring to them somewhat often and even adding to them. Her reduction in questions comes not from her getting used to the reading, but rather from her fearing that she'll come across as stupid.
Too late.
As Ellie Sayori reaches the end of the chapter, or at last.
I think we can stop here for now.
Okay.
Sayori takes a deep breath and closes what little of the book she's gotten through so far.
I guess
So-
that's a sign, not a deep breath.
What are your thoughts up until this point?
Sayori tries to find words.
Am I doing well so far?
I'm not sure I understand.
Well, I don't know.
That's where water comes from.
I can't really make it when I say it.
When it takes me so long to read and understand things, it makes me feel really dumb. But I really like how into it you get. It makes me want to keep going and to keep doing my best so I can see it the way that you do.
The relaxation in Yuri's expression fades.
I see.
Yuri quickly gathers her things.
We can continue tomorrow, right?
Yuri pauses, then shakes her head.
We can do something else tomorrow.
But,
I'm sorry.
wait, sorry for what? I don't understand.
I'm sorry. I don't want to do this anymore. That's all.
Man, I really don't like Yuri now. Sorry, Tyler.
I'm sorry that I made you.
Yuri leaves.
You weren't making me.
Sayori's left alone with her words.
How did this happen? We were having fun just a second ago. It's my fault. I said something stupid and hurt her. I should have just told her that I enjoyed it. Monica trusted me with this. Oh, empty classroom. What should I do? It's the only thing I'm good at, and I still messed it up. What if she doesn't want to come back?
Drowned in guilt, Sayori stares blankly at her desk spread with notes. The book sits next to them.
Right. If she wasn't coming back, then she wouldn't have left the book here, right? Unless she just forgot to take it with her. Ugh, this is horrible. Was it really because she thought I wasn't enjoying our time together? Or maybe she wasn't enjoying our time together because I'm not good enough. I probably let her down so much by having trouble following along. Yeah, I'm sure if I was smarter, she would be having so much more fun. I need to do better for her.
Is that it? Alright.
Wait, 1 second.
That's the plan.
Yeah, I know, sorry. My finger's like damaged.
Dumber! Nicky fingers.
Nothing, I just like saying and that voice. I like Tyler's Monica voice.
Thanks. I'm afraid my voices are kind of similar.
But they work though.
That's how
But the thing is, they're similar, but they're still different, which is hard for me to do. It's hard for me to go. I have to go wide, otherwise they just become the same voice.
Fair enough.
Am I wrong?
No.
Like Tyler does it well.
No, no, no!
Dumber, go around, please.
Leave!
Dumber, go around.